Here's a few tips on how you can make an interracial relationship work. Number one, this is important, they have to possess the ability to know when to shut the fuck up. I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to be funny here. They have to know when something is not their fucking business to speak on, and you should not have to prompt them when to know that all the time. They should already know that. Now, they're not perfect. They're gonna mess up every now and then, but for the most part, they should know when something's not appropriate for them to have an opinion on. Number two, they have to possess the ability to know when to speak up. If any of their relatives are being inappropriate and they say something that crosses the line, a co-worker, anyone that is a friend, they have to immediately put them in check. You are not the one to stand up from the table and cuss them out. He is. You are not the one to stand up to his mother. He is. You are not the one to tell them his friends suck. If he sees anything appropriate, it's automatically clocked and dealt with, and that friend is cut off. Which leads me to number three. You are not carrying this relationship on your back. It is not your responsibility to educate him about the history of Black people in America and the history of Black people in Africa and what it's like to be a Black woman. It's not your job to educate him on those things. He has to take the initiative and educate himself. The load is not on you. You are not his concierge. You are not Google. He does the research. He takes the initiative, and he doesn't turn to you for the easy answers all the time. Number four, he must already be seasoned. You cannot be his first Black experience because he's going to fuck up. It's going to be a complete and total catastrophe. I've been the first Black woman to a white guy before, and it nearly destroyed my fucking life. Let's just say maybe he's never had a Black girlfriend before. At the very bare minimum, he has to be seasoned as far as he's gone to a Black college. A majority of his friends are Black. He has to be seasoned in some way, shape, or form. With that being said, number five, Mark needs to be Mark. Steve needs to be Steve. He does not need to try to be Derek. He does not need to try to be Dwayne. He is white. And he needs to be white. If he's trying to be Black or what he thinks is Black, dump his ass. He's putting on a caricature of what he thinks being Black is. It's fake, it's performative, and it's not going to work. Number six, he puts his money where his mouth is. He donates to causes that affect Black people. He volunteers to causes that affect Black people. He's spreading correct information from research that he did on his own to educate people about the struggles that Black people face. If he has a platform of any kind, he is using that platform to spread correct information and research and things that he has learned from Black people about Black life. He is not ignorant to the fact that racism still exists. He's not one of those people that's like, yeah, slavery was a long time ago. My Irish ancestors were slaves too. No, he's not a dumb idiot. He knows the truth. He knows that racism is real. He knows that racism is not over. Now, this should have been number one. You need to vet him like you would anybody else, okay? There's this myth going around that white men are better. Trust me, they are not. I've dated white men of other races. At the end of the day, they are men. White men have hurt me, quite frankly, just as much as Black men have. So you still got to take your time. You still got to vet, and you still have to be willing to leave at the first sign of a red flag and not make excuses. And nobody's perfect. No, the first sign of disrespect is your foot out the door and blocking them. Also, it's only going to work if they're willing to treat you like a fucking queen. They cannot expect anything from you. call it reparations, but they must be at your service. I mean, there's no other way. You cannot be in a relationship and be doing 50-50, especially not with them. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay? If you're in a relationship with a white man and you are cooking and cleaning and slaving away and stressing, my good sis, you got ripped off. Our ancestors didn't go through what they went through just so you can end up back in the kitchen serving another fucking white man. Sure, every now and then you can do something nice for them, but it shouldn't be this constant thing that they're coming home and kicking their feet up. No, no, absolutely not. If that's what you're doing it wrong. No.